Yo, we're live here on Metal Bench Chronicles and also streaming over on the Metal Bastard Hangout podcast channel too and streaming on Twitch. Okay, so we got Karen in the chat. Hello, Karen. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's been a couple weeks since I've seen you around. Anyway, so basically what we're going to do right now, we're going to review the brand new Ozzy track. That is right. Patient, what the hell is it called again? Patient
number 9. If you can see above me or something. I don't know what side I am in the camera, but right above me it says patient number 9.
All right. Me Metal Mike wants a link.
Oh.
This could be interesting.
Yeah, that's two people who are going to speak negative about it. I know you're in the middle, but I'm one of those that's like, I like it. Oh, I've had like I said, I've had about 4 listens so far. The first listen, as we were talking before we went live, I was at work when I heard it. I was pretty tired to begin with, so it didn't quite click with me right away. So I played it today roughly around 4 times. It's definitely growing. Let's put it that way. But I'll send you a link here, Mike. Yeah, when I was listening to it, I had just come off finished listening to the new Coheed album, which was a pretty interesting one. If y'all want to see my opinion on it, you can go visit my channel and check out the Coheed and Cambria Bridge retrospective. I did talk about the new album. I ended up re-recording that whole thing because I recorded the video maybe a month or so back before it was announced, but it wasn't. It wasn't out. It wouldn't be out till I was hoping for May, but it ended up being delayed a whole month. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I have to do a new one, basically. But yeah, listen to the new Ozzy song just right after I finished listening to the new Coheed album. And I have only listened to it once. So I've only listened to it, but I kind of gathered an opinion that, yes, there is, the verse was so thin sounding, but once the guitars hit, the guitar sounded great. It was just that everything else, bass was featured, which was pretty damn cool, but apparently, it was Rob Trujillo on the bass. But for me, the song was really great. It's not fantastic. It's not the best thing in the world, but at the very least, when freaking get him in here. Oh, there's Mike.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well. Not feeling too well tonight. Had a terrible tension headache for like the last 2 hours.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is Zach Wild guitar on the track.
Yep. I believe I heard the track list, the lineup on this. I believe Jeff Beck was on there. He did some of the guest solos. Zach Wild's rhythm. Rob Trujillo on the bass. Chad Smith on the drums. So Chad comes back from Ordinary Man, and Ozzy's on the vocals. And now, obviously, Andrew Watts producing and all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
Well, I think the track overall, like I said on first listen, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Second listen, it started growing on me a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the song definitely has its faults with me. I still think the rhythm guitar, I think the production on the rhythm guitar is it's kind of flat.
Yeah.
We are getting some bad echo in here.
Oh, that's me. I have my air conditioner on because it's hot as hell in my room. So
it is fucking hot. I agree.
Yeah.
Do we know what the new album's gonna be titled?
Well, it just so happens that the single they released is the title track.
Interesting.
So the album is called Patient Number 9.
Yep, Patient number 9.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly when it's coming out though.
I heard September. Oh yes, it's the week after. I think it might have been it might have been the same day or it might have been the same day or the week after the new Megadeth. So it's in September. It's in early September.
All right.
All right, well, I'll tell you guys about mine. I'm also going to be making a review of it next week, so I want to give it some more listens. But I don't really care for it much. To me, the last good, decent Ozzy album, in my opinion, was Scream.
Y'all should know how I feel about that album.
I'm sorry, that album's still better than Ordinary Man.
I go a little bit further. He has not done something great since Down to Earth. Down to Earth was great. Black Rain had its moments, but yeah, it was the swamp-ash sound, and Scream was just. I just want to scream out the top of my lungs hearing that album. It's just like, oh fucking hell, no. Ordinary Man was good.
It wasn't.
Bounce back from a piece of shit.
Not really.
I will say
okay. Forgettable. It's not good. It's meh. Scream is meh. It's not garbage. No Ozzy album is garbage. Hell, even the worst 80s Ozzy album, The Ultimate Sin, isn't really that bad. It's got some great stuff on there, but I don't care for that album. But getting off track, I do like this new song.
I just don't care for the drums. As much as I like Chad Smith on drums, I think Ozzy could have gotten someone who's a little bit heavier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did notice the drums sound kind of weird on the track. Like, I don't know what it is. They just have a really weird track, a very weird sound to it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it almost sounds like a drum machine, but I don't know. Who knows if it's a real drummer or a drum machine? But
yeah.
Only whoever produced the album knows this, you know.
Well, the only tracks I'm interested in, really, are the two tracks with Tony Iommi. Those are the only two tracks I think are going to be better than any of the other tracks. But yeah, as opposed to album.
It's...
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like some of the melodic stuff on this track. Because some of the melodic stuff on here kind of takes me back to maybe a little bit of Osmosis or No More Tears, a little bit.
Yeah.
And the melody parts of the track. I mean, it does have a catchy riff in it. That it is a catchy riff. It's very simple, but
Ozzy doesn't look too good though, in the music video.
I wouldn't be surprised. This might have been filmed after, before the whole hospital thing at the time.
This is just to all the Ozzy fanboys that want to see Ozzy live. I don't
either. There's no way he can physically do it.
No.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much done.
I mean, there's still those rumors out there that he has a tour planned, but I just can't see it happening.
And if it does happen, well, it's Sharon's fault, not Ozzy's fault.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yep.
So I don't have like a whole lot to say about the track. I mean, it's an Ozzy track. I will say it's definitely better than anything off the last album.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than anything off the Scream. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
I mean, for me, I guess.
Oh, you?
I'm gonna get going. I'm not feeling too well. I'm just gonna
All
go
right,
to
I hope
bed.
you get better,
I'll
dude.
catch you all guys
Yeah,
later.
hope you get better, man. All right. Apologize for all that. Apologies for all the echoing. We cannot figure out how to get rid of it. But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, the new Ozzy album drops in September. I mean, the album cover looks kind of cool for it.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I haven't seen a track listing for it yet.
I posted the track listing, and it is an official track listing. I posted it in the Metal Bastards Hangout chat. So,
if you want to go ahead and read off that track listing, you can go ahead and do that. What's going on? Water Dive 122 Productions, The Sentinel. We got John, Mr. Iced Earth here. We still have Karen here. But yeah, the new Ozzy album, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I gave Ordinary Man a shot, believe it or not. And Ordinary Man is the only Ozzy album I did not buy. I still think that's the worst Ozzy album ever made. But this new track, like I said, I'm like 50-50 with it. I think there's parts of it that are good, there's parts of it that are weak. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the rhythm guitar sound on it. I think the rhythm guitar sound is very... It almost sounds fucking manufactured to me. That's my biggest gripe with it. The leads sound okay on it. I mean, Zach Wild, he sounds all right on this track. The chorus, I'm not a big fan of the chorus in the track either. Like, to me, the chorus on this track has way too much of that modern edge, which I don't like in modern day pop music. That's pretty much one of my gripes. The verses were okay. I mean, it's like I said, it's 50-50 with me. I will check out the new album when it comes out, and if I like it, I'll probably buy it. You know? We'll see. Yeah, you know what? I did kind of get maybe a little bit of a synth guitar vibe to it, too, you know? All right, Ryan's back. He's going to read off the track listing for the new album.
okay, I got it right here. All right,
That's a really good. I have no clue.
I'll just have to read it off and pasting it into the chat here. This is what we have. Okay, I have it here on the chat. Track 1, obviously, is the title track featuring Jeff Beck. Track 2 is Immortal featuring Mike McCready. Track 3, Parasite featuring Zach Wild. Track 4, No Escape From Now featuring the riff master himself, Tony Iommi, the first of 2. Track 5, One of These Days featuring Eric Clapton. Track 6, 1,000 Shades featuring Jeff Beck. Track 7, Mr. Darkness featuring Zach Wild. Track 8, Nothing Feels Right featuring again Zach Wild. Track 9, Evil Shuffle featuring Zach Wild. Track 10, Degradation Rules featuring Tony Iommi, the last one with Tony. And then these ones don't have a track listing or have any guests. Track 11, Dead and Gone. Track 12, God Only Knows. And track 13, Dark Side Blues. That is the official track listing for the album.
I'm already guessing the Eric Clapton one's going to be a ballad. I can just already picture it being a ballad.
Mike McCready, who is that guy? I've never.
Who the hell is
the name's
that name?
I've
heard that name. I've heard the name, but I'm not sure who it is.
Does anybody know Mike McCready? Sentinel, Water Dive. Y'all know who Mike McCready is?
The new album is called Patient Number 9, by the way. Somebody
that's what it's called. Yeah, that's what the album is called. Patient Number 9.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same, Water Dive. I didn't know he was alive. Okay, Sentinel. Do you know who Mike McCready is? Because the name sounds so familiar. What about John, Ice Dirt fan? Y'all, I'm trying to remember who Mike McCready is. I can't really remember. I know the name's familiar, but I'm like, where have I heard that name?
Let's see here. Mike McCready.
What bands was he in? Oh! Sentinel says Pearl Jam. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Was he? He had to be. He's got to be on. Let me look here and pull out my CDs. Was he? Surely he might have been on here. Maybe.
No wonder I didn't know. I don't listen to Pearl Jam.
Is he on this album?
The only Pearl Jam album I know is the debut album, 10.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, he is. Where was he? Yeah, it is him. He does play on here. Yeah, it is. He does play. He's lead guitar for Pearl Jam. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I pulled out 10, which is the one Pearl Jam album I have. But yeah, I'm like, I knew I remembered that name. I'm like, oh my god, it's from Pearl Jam. Holy, well, what is that? What does that mean? Probably it's gonna sound like a. Well, that's kind of an interesting thing. You got someone from Pearl, the lead guitarist of Pearl Jam, and to an extent, Temple of the Dogs.
Yeah.
Basically, he was in there too, which that kind of you could kind of consider that to be the first Pearl Jam album because pretty much Temple of the Dogs is Pearl Jam with Chris Cornell, pretty much.
Oh, cool. What's up, Bassman and Corey's channel? How's it going?
Yeah, he is the one he mentioned. He mentioned Pearl Jam. Yeah, Sentinel's the one. Yeah, he's the main guy. He's one of the, him and. Who's the frontman? Oh, Vedder. I think Vedder.
Eddie Vedder, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Vedder, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much your track listing. Comes out in September.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting track. I'm like, Mike McCready from Pearl Jam on a track with Zakk Wylde. I'm like, that's interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, there's a comic book coming out for it? What? So wait a minute, does that mean Patient Number 9 is a concept album? That's interesting. That might intrigue me a little bit more if it is. But who knows? I don't know.
I mean, guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean,
yeah.
So far, the album's sounding like it's definitely going to be better than Ordinary Man, but I don't want to go too far and say it's going to be because none of us really know for certain if it's going to be better or not. We'll just have to find out come September.
Yeah, that's it. That's a packed month. You already got the new Megadeth coming out on my brother's birthday of all days, which is interesting. I'm like, yeah. That is going to be an interesting, a pretty interesting album to listen to. Oh, John wants to join. Again, I don't know what.
I'm not planning on keeping the stream going too long, actually. But I'll probably do a stream tomorrow night too. Maybe.
Yes.
Depends.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot of great metal coming out here in 2022 so far, I think. I mean,
I need to get on Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, of course, if you guys already saw my review on the new Megadeth track, that fucking song kicks ass. Holy crap, it's good.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be buying the new Megadeth regardless, but let's see what else has come out. Oh, yeah, we got a new Queensryche track this week. I did listen to that. I liked it. I mean, I think Todd LaTorre sounds fucking great. And I definitely think they're putting out better music now compared to when Jeff Tate was in the band, because those last several Jeff Tate albums were absolutely terrible. I mean, like the last good one was probably Operation Mindcrime, to be honest. I mean, Empire had its moments, but I guess Promised Land had its moments too. But like to me, the last great Queensryche album with Jeff Tate was definitely Operation Mindcrime. But yeah, that new Queensryche track, I enjoyed it. Kind of had a dark vibe going on to it. That's a track I need to revisit though, because I did only listen to it once. Striper put out a new track. The new Striper, oh dude, that new Striper song is so good. Holy cow, it's good. Yeah. Their new album drops in September too, I believe. So
yeah, I need to get on. I need to listen to the new Porcupine Tree, because that came out the same day as the new Coheed album. I chose to focus on the new Coheed album because I'm like, I'd rather pick the new Coheed album because I was going to work on them. So that's the only reason.
Speaking of which, I just saw Levi posted a review up for the new Porcupine Tree. I still need to watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But yeah. That should be interesting. We got a new... Okay, what else is coming out this year? We got... Oh, yeah, not July, August. We got the 21st studio album by Gravedigger coming out. I just heard their new song, and it's freaking killer. So definitely there's definitely a lot of good stuff coming out. Honestly, I think this year has been stronger than last year. I mean, that's my opinion. But there's been a lot of cool stuff coming out here in 2022 this year.
Water Dive, I have stopped caring about Def Leppard post-retroactive. To me, I just don't care for anything after it. I don't care about the Vaults, that compilation. But after that, I'm just like, I'm not a freaking... I don't care what they do after those. I was like, I'm sticking to those albums from On Through the Night to Retroactive. Those are the only ones I care about.
Yeah, man, I'm same here. I did not care for the new Def Leppard album. The opening track's the only good track on it. That's pretty bad.
Take what you want. Yeah, pretty much. That's the only thing in everything. I just don't. I can understand that some people like it, but majority of those who have been defending it are pretty much those that listen to that garbage, modern bubblegum pop music, and basically their opinions are shit because they'll like that. It just serves as their flavor of the month, and then they go to the next album from, I don't know who could do it, Harry Styles or Ariana Grande or a freaking Cardi B. You fuck that bitch, you know.
Right on.
That's the kind of shit that they'll defend that stuff, and then after a month, it's like, okay, that's their flavor of the month, and then they go on to the next one, and then repeat, and so on and so forth.
All right, Evergrey. Yeah, I did see Evergrey had a new album out. I thought they just put an album out last year too. Or maybe it was in 2020. I know it wasn't too long ago they had an album or another album out, but I did see they have a new one out too. I'll be honest, I haven't really kept up on much of Evergrey. I mean, the last Evergrey album I bought was The Inner Circle. It kind of shows you how long ago that's been. So I really haven't checked out anything else after that because I was very disappointed with the album Monday Morning Apocalypse at the time, and I just kind of tuned out.
Yeah.
I got to check out the other albums, though, I guess. What else am I seeing here in the comments section?
Yeah. Water Dive says, I basically replying to mine if you want to read it.
Oh, okay. What am I reading there?
It's at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan too, Water Dive. I just prefer to stick with the classic stuff because that's where the good stuff is at. Anything past the good stuff is just don't bother me with that. Like my stepbrother, although nice, he did give me the self-titled, but I'm like, I honestly do not care for Def Leppard past retroactive, pretty much. Hey, Speed King!
What's up, Speed King? Welcome to the chat room. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. So, Water Dive, you basically know how I feel when it comes to Def Leppard or anything past retroactive because I don't care. I honestly don't care.
I'm even worse. I don't like nothing past Pyromania, really.
So you hate freaking Hysteria and Adrenaline, and you probably hate retroactive.
All right, let me explain here. Okay. I do still have my Hysteria cassette tape. I've had that since I was a kid. So there was a time I did like those two albums. Oh, God. Because I was late getting into On Through the Night. I knew about High and Dry already, but On Through the Night was like the last album that I heard. Going back to the 90s, this is. I didn't get On Through the Night till 96.
Wow.
And once I heard that, I'm like, why didn't they stay this fucking way?
One reason. Rick lost his arm. And they essentially became what Ralph has called a 9-armed Def Leppard.
Dude, the new Ghost album's killer. I enjoy it.
Oh, Anita.
The Scorpion album's good. Oh yeah, that new Megadeth, man. Fuck. I am ready for it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit coming though. Like I said, man, new Megadeth, new Gravedigger, new Striper, new Ozzy, new I know I'm missing shit now, but
Fallujah. I don't know if you know about Fallujah, but they're gonna put out a new album. They got my good friend Kyle Schaefer on there on vocals. I'm so excited about that. I think that's also coming out in September. So that makes September even more stacked. My birth month is getting stacked.
Oh yeah, I know I missed. Oh yeah, the new Darkane. Maybe that already came out.
Oh yeah, that did come out. That did come out recently.
That's right, new Toxic. It's gonna be Toxic's first album in 30. Let me think here. Yeah, it's gonna be their first album in 33 years. Toxic was a progressive thrash metal.
So knowing him, he did a drum solo with one arm. One arm.
I mean, Rick Allen's a damn good drummer.
But you can only do so much with one arm. One arm.
Okay, I'll give Def Leppard credit for this. I mean, because they could have fired Rick Allen once he lost his arm, and they didn't. They kept him in the band. That right there's dedication. I mean, that shows you care about your bandmate, and you treat your bandmate like a brother. You know what I mean? So I do respect Def Leppard for keeping Rick Allen in the band.
It's like maybe it was at his suggestion or something like, yeah, y'all can, if y'all want to, you can let me go. I'm like, I ain't gonna stop you. You know, if he was one of those, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised because it would have been the albums would have sounded so much different. I remember when they were doing. I heard songs that were on. I remember there were songs on the Retroactive album that were leftovers from the Hysteria, and hearing I think the first two songs, Desert Song, and then
that's a fucking heavy one, man.
What was the
Fractured Love?
Fractured Love. Because it sounded so much more heavier, more of a doom sound. If they had done that on Hysteria, oh my god! Especially I think '87. What had come out around that time? well, didn't Nightfall come out around that time in '87, or was that?
I'm trying to think.
But to think that they could have done a doom metal sound just with those two songs alone.
Oh, you're talking about Candlemass.
Yeah, Candlemass Nightfall. Did that come out in '87?
I'm pretty sure that came out in '87. Yeah.
I would not have been surprised because those two songs sound like it sounds doomy, heavy, like kind of doom sound. Like if they had done that for the entirety of Hysteria, oh my god.
There is some good songs. I will admit there is some damn good songs on Retroactive. And a lot of those were leftover tracks from Hysteria. Like Ring of Fire, that's another banging track. Or another banging track from that.
But just hearing those first two songs was just like, so damn good. Like, so good.
Yeah, you gotta definitely have respect for Rick Allen, man. That dude, he's still out there doing it, you know. New Dark Angel. Whoa, what's up with the new Dark Angel album? There's not going to be a new Dark Angel album now?
Okay, that makes total more sense. If they could have just like, okay, yeah, we're not doing this sound anymore. We should just go and do heavier stuff. You know, I think they might have after, you know, when they did the Vault. You know, I don't know if they did anything heavier after Retroactive because, you know, I heard Slang might be heavy, but you know,
Slang's a weird album. I know I'm not into it. Except for the last track on Slang, I do like Pearls of Euphoria. There's something about that track I like.
Name alone sounds cool.
The album Euphoria kind of goes back to like a
Hysteria sound.
Euphoria. It's a weird album. It kind of goes back to a Pyromania mixed with a Hysteria type of sound, but with more with some modern elements, obviously. Like
I remember hearing a song. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's my fault, probably. Now there is a couple good tracks from. We're talking about Euphoria. There was actually a couple really good tracks on that album. Like Paper Sun's a really good Def Leppard track from that album.
Wait, was that on? I have to pull out my freaking. Oh, right, I got my cassette back. Was that on? That had to have been on Retroactive. Thank God I got my cassette back here.
No. Oh, you're thinking of Ride Into the Sun.
No, I'm certain that it might have been on Retroactive.
Yeah, Promises does sound a lot. I agree, Promises does sound similar to Photograph. I remember when that got released in '99. It got me a little excited at the time. I haven't kept up with Uncle Kid Joe in years. I know they're back together.
Ah, there it is.
Pike versus the Automation. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Yeah, Ride Into the Sun. You were right. It is Ride Into the Sun.
Yeah, that's a re-recording because Ride Into the Sun was on their first EP that came out in '78. Well, an original version of it.
Okay, yeah, in the notes it says a re-recording of the first song Def Leppard ever committed to vinyl. Done for the hell of it, and because Phil and Rick, who didn't get to play on the original, thought it was a cool riff. Phil Collin and Rick Savage. Or was it Rick Allen? I don't know which one, but that's what they said because it was the first ever song on vinyl. So
it might have been Rick Savage because on that EP they had a different drummer. Frank Nude played the drums on the EP. It was before Rick Allen was in Def Leppard.
Yeah, I would think it'd been Allen, and he said Phil, so Phil Collin, obviously, he joined in for Pyromania.
Oh, okay. Huh. So it's called Pike versus the Automation. Excuse me, I'll have to check that out. Look
Oh,
into
Matt
it.
Pike, yeah, Pike versus the Automaton, yeah, the Matt Pike solo album.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Huh. Interesting.
That's on MNRK.
High
That
on
also
Fire.
has
Okay.
High on Fire, Sleep. Yeah, Pete
Yeah,
was on that original song.
Pete Willis had another. Or Pete Willis didn't like do a lot after Def Leppard. He did have abandoned, or he wasn't abandoned. Oh God, I'm trying to think here. Might have been the early '90s. I kind of forget what it was called though. It's more of like a glam hair metal type of thing.
Ah.
Vivian Campbell was a ripping guitar player, man.
Yeah, I think at the time he was with I think he might have been in another band and then went to Dio. Everybody knows him for Dio, pretty much.
Oh yeah, Vivian Campbell actually started out in Sweet Savage, the new wave of British heavy metal band. Then Dio picked him up.
Yeah.
Then, well, now he's in Def Leppard.
He's been in Def Leppard since Retroactive.
He's been there for a while now.
Yeah,
and I guess he's still doing Last in Line, which was basically
a Dio cover band.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a cover band. They got 2 original albums out. The one had Jimmy Bain on it. Yeah, Jimmy Bain on it before he passed away.
Basically, it's a essentially almost. It's not quite. You're not covering stuff. I'm sure they might have covered some of the stuff, the Dio stuff, but it is a Dio based band, pretty much.
Yeah, just obviously with a different vocalist. And he does. It's kind of interesting because he doesn't sound like Ronnie James Dio. I mean, the first album's really good. The second album's not as good. I mean,
I do remember. I think I saw Vivian Campbell was at one point in Thin Lizzy.
You know what? You're right about that. He was in Thin Lizzy for a little bit.
But this might have been when he was with Leopard, with Def at the time.
Yep. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Just reading the comments here.
I'll check out Dio.
Definitely rest in peace, Dio. I'll definitely have to check out that Matt Pike project.
Wait, Brent Hines? Brent Hines from Mastodon? The guitarist, Brent Hines? Brent Hines is the guitarist for Mastodon. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Who, Vivian? No. Well, he might have joined, but he might have joined. Let me look on here. When did he join? 92. Yeah, he would. He joined right after they finished. By the time he joined, Adrenalize might have been finished, but technically, yeah, Retroactive is technically his first. But they do have some songs on here with Steve. They have some songs with Steve on here. Obviously, the 2 songs you mentioned, Ring, all the other songs that Steve Clark was doing for the Hysteria sessions, basically. But
right.
Yeah. But yeah, this was the first.
So I'm kind of curious about this. I'm kind of curious about this Dark Angel thing. They're not going to be a Dark Angel album now. I haven't really read into it or nothing. I was assuming they're still working on an album. I mean, I don't know. I thought I saw Water Dive say something in the comment section about that.
He might have been just for a bit. Yeah, it might have been just for a little bit. But then after that, I think he went and did his own thing and then joined Def Leppard.
Cool.
Yeah, I was watching a video of the lineup, the 1990 lineup of Whitesnake at Donington. And Dave Coverdale did mention that he did have Vivian come in. I don't think Vivian was on an album. I don't think he was even on what was the '89 album? Slip of the Tongue, or was it Slow?
That had. I'm trying to.
The lineup basically was. I think he was in the music. He was in a music video. What was the song? I think it's "Is This Love." Is This the Love? That might have been. He might have appeared in the music video, but he wasn't in the song.
No.
But yeah, the Donington lineup had Steve Vai, Adrian Vandenberg on the guitar. They had David Coverdale was the vocalist, and then they had Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldrich. That's literally a super group right there, if there ever was one. Like, I mean, that's whoo for a lineup in '89. That's oh my god.
Oh, okay, yeah, it would have been Slip of the Tongue. Okay, yeah. I was just
that would have been the 80. Yeah, I was just trying to think. It was the '89 album, basically.
Because the '87 album had John Sykes on guitar.
Yeah, Tommy was there at the time, but I think he wasn't on. He might have been on the album, but I don't think he might have just performed it in the music videos. But I think they had someone else do the drums on the self-titled. But Tommy Aldrich was on the '89 album.
Trying to think. I think there's two versions of Okay.
I just only realized this. I didn't know for the longest time, but apparently Tommy Aldridge is American. I never knew that for a long time. I always thought, oh, you got to be a British guy. But no, I'm first hearing an interview and he's speaking American accent and looking him up. I'm like, holy shit, he's an American drummer. Hell yeah, I never knew that.
I think it's the album Slide It In. Yeah, I think it's Slide It In. There's two different versions of it. There's a version with I think there's a version with Mick Moody on guitar, the original Whitesnake guitar player. And there's another version with John Sykes.
Yeah, I think John.
I'm pretty sure there's two different versions of it. Because they wanted John Sykes in the band because of him being a shredder on guitar player, and Mick Moody was more of a laid-back, bluesier type of guitar player.
You can clearly tell, yeah.
Because those earlier Whitesnakes are definitely more blues-based. But yeah, they wanted John Sykes in the band to appeal to the American audience at the time. Because, shred guitar was becoming real popular in America at the time. Back in the 80s, I mean.
Yeah, but I remember, I think what was the first thing I remember when Sykes had one song I love, Slow and Easy. I could clearly tell the solo still had a bluesy edge to it, but it was kind of your standard solo, but it was more of like a bluesy type of solo. And that was the guitar, even the guitar sound was just so dang bluesy. It was like, I love this.
Oh yeah, man.
Just hearing that was like, this is so much better than anything before I heard. It was like, I gotta get
that CD. I always find it, and I don't know why I never buy it. It's not a hard CD to find. But the early Whitesnake's really interesting, and I have all those. Very bluesy sounding. There was even a few albums that had members of Deep Purple on it. There was a few albums with John Lord on it. Ann Pace was on drums. I even think Neil Murray was on bass, who played on Tear by Black Sabbath. And I think
what was the other guy? There was the drummer.
I could be wrong, but I think Cozy Powell was in Whitesnake.
He was. Yeah, he was on the song Slow and Easy. He was the drummer for that song.
Right.
I do now and remember, he was with Sabbath for a bit. He was in Sabbath too. Palsy was in Sabbath for a bit. But yeah, I remember, oh my God, just hearing that song, even the drums sounded really great and stuff. It was just like, it sounded so damn good.
Okay, yeah, I did hear the new Amon Amarth track. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I haven't really kept up on... excuse me, I'm stuttering over my words here. No, like I was trying to say, about the new Amon Amarth track. I got to be honest, I haven't really kept up with Amon Amarth because to me their albums are starting to sound the same, and I'm not really hearing anything different on this new track. It does nothing for me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I love their early.
Yeah, and once again, it's another music video that features Eric Rowan from ex-WWE guy on there. He was one of the music video he was in there. He's one of those guys that was just brawling and stuff like that. Like, oh, cool, he's in another Amon Amarth music video. It's always cool.
I mean, they're a great live band. I've seen them live once. I mean, they're amazing live. I don't know, man. Their albums, as of late, haven't really done anything for me, though. But I do love the early albums, like the Crusher, the Avenger. It's a great album. The debut album's great. Fates of Nord, I think it is. That's a pretty good album. But the last few albums, to me, it's just the same album being recorded over.
Berserker was really good. I actually did enjoy that. It had been a while because I was kind of so bummed out by Yom's Viking. I was just like, no, Deceiver of the Gods. I actually enjoyed Surtur Rising. It's every so often. Like, you get a really, really good Amon Amarth album or so. So, I'm patiently waiting for another one or something. I haven't listened to it either, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're putting out a new album.
So you prefer 80s Whitesnake? Oh, 80s Whitesnake's great.
Yes.
I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know which one I like better. Because I really love Slide It In. I love that self-titled album from '87. Holy crap, that's such a good album.
Yeah, Slip of the Tongue, though.
That's a good one, too.
I mean, you got freaking Adrian Vandenberg, Steve Vai on there. I think Rudy Sarzo is in the lineup. It's just, that's quite the lineup when you have Vitaly Aldridge on drums. Tommy's always great on drums.
Well, thank you for being here, Water Time. You're recharging my memory here because I did see a article about King's X finally coming out with a new album after it's been 15 years, I believe, since the last King's X album came out.
Wow.
Like King's X is one of them bands that definitely should have been bigger than what they were. I mean, they were on a major label. They had the right, or maybe that's the problem. Their sound just didn't click with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I've always enjoyed King's X. I know it's probably not a band for everyone, but, that last Whitesnake album's really good. I have it. Yeah, it's definitely good. I mean, you can definitely tell the age in Coverdale's vocals, but it's still a pretty damn good album.
Yeah, he's still, for his age, to sound that good, that's impressive, He can't belt it like he did in the 80s and stuff like that, but, it's...
I mean, after all, he is, 70s? I think he's 70 now, or maybe 70.
70s, yeah, he's in his 70s. I know Tommy Aldridge is 71.
Yeah.
So he's up there. And I heard he has severe health problems now, so I'm like, hope Tommy Aldridge gets better. He is... Both are up there in age. And then you got pretty much everybody else are young guys and stuff. And they have Dino Jelusic. I like that guy's vocals, but he's just a keyboard player for them, which is fine,
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, Water Time, if you like King's X, check out Galactic Cowboys. You'll really like Galactic Cowboys. They're a little heavier, but they have that King's X type of vibe going on with the Beatles-like harmonies. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Faith, Hope, Love, that's a damn good album. Gretchen Goes to Nebraska, you got their debut Out of the Silent Planet. Dogman's a really good King's X album. I think Dogman might be my favorite. But I do really like Faith, Hope, and Love too. The self-titled King's X album's okay. You know, we got a lot of good albums. But yeah, definitely check out Galactic Cowboys if you're into progressive metal with like a Beatles type of vibe to it.
Cool.
My local CD shop. So yeah, it's pretty cool chatting with you guys again. Usually when we do these streams anymore, we have like 9 or 10 people in here, and it's hard to chat with the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Not Amused. That's a damn good song. That's the first song I ever heard too. I'm trying to think where I heard that at. It would have been around 92. I think it was on Headbangers Ball. Yeah, it was on Headbangers Ball. I saw the video for it when I was like 13.
Cool.
And I'm like, oh, this is pretty damn good. And at the end, it's weird. It's really progressive sounding. Like, yeah, it's thrashy, progressive, and yeah, it's just different.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't call Galactic Cowboys a thrash metal band by any means. They have like some elements of thrash. They're kind of like Dream Theater. I mean, they don't sound like Dream Theater either, but they have that heavier side to them, like Dream Theater has, where there's like some elements of thrash thrown in, like in parts. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely have to check that out. But so yeah, we'll probably more than likely do a stream tomorrow night. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do a stream on yet, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know I've been thinking about like I was kind of floating the idea to Metal Connection about maybe doing a Halloween deep dive or something. I know Marty Worm just did one last night, and I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, holy crap, it's too good. It's like one of the best deep dives I've ever seen on Halloween. Well, he just does great stuff to begin with on his channel. How he goes into the deep dives, and it wasn't really a deep dive. It was more of an album ranking, but you might as well call it a deep dive because they really wanted the detail on the albums, which was cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Wyatt's Metal Life?
Hello, Wyatt. Haven't seen you in a while.
Check out Friends of Hell song Shadow of the Impeller. Massive. Oh,
nice.
Check it out. I love doom metal.
Mm.
I like any kind of metal that's good. Except for new metal. I'm not a fan of new metal. I cannot think of like one new metal album I like.
That's actually a lie, because I know you do like Disturbed.
I like some Disturbed, yeah. Okay, I do like some Disturbed. That's a little guilty pleasure. Slipknot, I guess. I like the first Slipknot album, well, the first 2 Slipknot albums.
Yes, all those first.
See, I've always been like in the middle of whether I want to call Slipknot new metal or not. Because they do have some more aggressive riffing. Okay, maybe on the self-titled album it's definitely more new metal, but on like Iowa it's definitely heavier. I don't know what to call it, extreme metal. Okay, guys. There's a couple guilty pleasures when it comes to new metal. Now quit busting my balls here. I do like a couple of Korn albums too. I just don't listen to them like I used to back in the day. Like the first Korn album is still great. I just don't listen. Like I said, I don't listen to him like hardly at all anymore.
Yeah, I think the only time I listened to Korn was the new album. That's the first time I've listened to a Korn album since, I don't know, the 2007 album, the Untitled album with the
Oh,
big
okay.
weird bird. That was the last time I listened to a Korn album, and I enjoyed listening to this new one. It was enjoyable. It was short, didn't overstay its welcome. It was a good album. I liked it.
Right. All right. Back in the day too. I used to like a band called Kitty, if you want to call that new metal. I don't know what to call Kitty.
I've never heard of them.
So there's a few guilty pleasures of new metal.
Yeah.
Hey man, there's some pop I like too. So, like, I think Michael Jackson's great. But we can all like what we want to like. That's what makes it interesting. Hearing what other people like, because that's how conversations happen. It would suck if we all liked the same thing, you know? At least I think. Oh, yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, Galactic Cowboys is a great band. But anyways, I'm only streaming for an hour tonight. I'm going to head out for a little bit here this evening, since I don't really get to enjoy Saturday nights much anymore.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, man. Fun chatting with you guys. I believe we're getting close to 550 subscribers here on the channel. I'm trying to get back into the vibe of making videos again, with work and all that shit, you know. But I had fun doing the Megadeth review. I had fun doing the 5 vocalists who could have set for Iron Maiden video. I've been thinking of a couple other concepts too. I don't know why my brain's half fried right now. But
yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Cool, man. It's probably the heat. It's freaking hot as hell today.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night we'll do a bastard stream, and I don't know, we'll think of something to fucking talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
Water dive.
Yeah, it's just that now that I'm pretty much moving over to Utreon now all the time. I'm not sticking around in this platform. What I mean by that, I'm not going to be posting videos on here, you know, on YouTube. It's just with all the bullshit of YouTube. It's just.
I know what you mean. I definitely know what you mean. I mean, well, the thing is, I mean, YouTube should be cracking on, or not cracking on. YouTube should definitely be cracking down on these fake accounts and these trolls, and apparently, I don't know what went on. I kind of saw your video on that.
It has to do with the.
You could explain it. I mean,
yeah, I'll explain it here real quick. Everything that's been going on, I'm making the move over to Utreon because of everything that's been going on with at least 3 big deal YouTubers. The Act Man, Review Tech USA, and Quantum TV. Quantum TV has been proven in the past to be a racist piece of shit. Pretty much. And I'm like, why would I want to stay on a platform that has him on it? You know, it's like, I'm not taking that risk. I'd rather post the videos, any and all videos. That includes non-ranking retrospective videos from you and everybody else. Put them on there on Nutrion because I'd rather be able to, because I can get the views over there. I can get the views over there easily with no problem. I can get 50, 100 if I wanted to, 200 sometimes, or even 1,000 if I wanted to. And the idea of also putting gameplay and stuff like that and be a variety channel, not just metal and music and stuff, be a variety channel, pretty much. I feel like it'd be a better idea for me to put videos up there and past live streams. Sure, obviously all the videos, all live streams that I do on the channel are going to go over there, so I'll still do live streams on YouTube, and I'm not going to private any of the videos. So y'all can watch them. Y'all can watch all the videos on my channel to your heart's content, pretty much. I'm not going to private them like the last time. Y'all can watch them. I'm just, as far as new videos go, it's going to be a while. At the very least, it's going to be quite a while.
Understandable. I mean, I know YouTube can be a bitch sometimes, for sure.
Yeah,
believe me.
And this wasn't out of anger or anything like that. This was just, look at the situation and think to myself, is it worth it? Is it worth being on this platform? And I ultimately came to the decision that, no, it's not worth it. I'm going to focus going over to Utreon now, pretty much.
Understandable. And to all the racists out there, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck racism.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's going on in the chat here? Oh, Zorn Landy. Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to actually get back to your comment on that Oyster fan. Yeah, I know Zorn. Pretty much the Norwegian Dio. And I saw he did have a new... I don't know if I heard his new song yet or not. I did see he has a new album out, though. I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get more of his music, too. The only thing I had by Zorn is when he was in a band called Mundane... Or he was in a band called Mundanus Imperium. They only made one album. And they were pretty much a symphonic power metal band. Very, how would I describe their sound? Very rainbow sounding. Like, very Rainbow Rising sound. Yeah, very Rainbow Rising, like, in a lot of ways. And they do a cover, and they actually do a cover of Stargazer on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, man, I'm getting on the stream. It's freaking hot as hell. I'm not in front of air conditioning right now. I got the fan blasting up here, and it's definitely not helping.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah, that's the stream for tonight. Keep it metal. Thanks for joining, and we will see you again.
Hell yeah.